Welcome to a Reddit and Read video now. People who actually dressed up as a creepy clown during the 2016 clown sightings. Why did you do it? LMAO, I made an app for that called Clown Spotter and it paid for my university tuition. I only did it once and it was to scare my friend while he was out walking his dog at about 11 p.m. Monsieur. I texted his mom earlier that day and asked if she could make him walk the dog late. And she did. I stood at the end of my driveway, which is about a quarter-mile long and surrounded by thick woods on either side, so you couldn't see very far into it. I crouched behind the pad-mounted transformer box, giggling like a little kid as I heard him approach. I waited for him to pass, then crept down the road behind him carefully as to not make any noise. After a minute of careful creeping, I was right behind him, so I yelled and wrapped him up in a bear hug from behind. Let me tell you, he freaked the fuck out. He jumped about 3 feet up in the air and shrieked like a little girl. I went perfectly until I was tackled by his Great Dane and drowned in slobber. She recognized me when I took the mask off, so I didn't get mauled. My brother actually did it. He dressed up as one and sat in a forest in our town. I ran into him, not knowing it was his hobby, and was scared shitless. I just asked him this and he said, because our town is full of shitheads and I want to scare them monsieur. That's my brother for ya. I'm a high school teacher, and it was the only way I could be a dick to teenagers without any consequences. My friend did it. He looked into windows to creep out whoever was inside. And the moral for him was to never climb 2-story houses. I had a mate do it for YT. He was trying pretty hard to get a decent view count to kickstart the channel. Think he was on 2 to 3K subs. He rounded up some friends, invited me. I chose to not to partake, and set it all up in a multi-story car park local to us. 1 million views. He cleared 1 million views on this clown video, despite it being fake and set up. Bearing in mind his highest view count was 14K, and he averaged 1,000 on new videos. He ended up getting publicity on local news, a visit from the cops, and a jump to around 6 to 8K subs. He thought about doing it again for real, but decided otherwise. Think the warning from the cops was enough. Giving out candy at Halloween. Didn't know about the sightings till later, but was pretty upsetting by the kids all screaming, "Don't stop mom," and "Go, go, go." I dressed up as a clown for Halloween, just because. And I got hit so many times by people thinking I was one of those killer clowns. Ruin 11-year-old kid's candy collection. Edit. Changed men's to kids. Not me, but I saw it on the news that someone dressed as a killer clown posted on Facebook saying that they'll go to random school name and kill some people there. That school had a lockdown. Don't know what happened after that. My neighbor is a clown. She doesn't do it to be scary, but she is. Should have put a serious tag on. I asked a friend. He said it was just payday cosplay. I live in a college town and the clowns were everywhere. It was an awful time. Walking across campus one night, I saw a car speeding down the street with a drunk clown hanging out the sunroof swinging around a wooden baseball bat. At the stop sign they scared a couple of pedestrians and I heard the driver yelling at the drunk clown to get back inside because they were only trying to scare the frat girls. Not sure why scaring frat girls was the goal, but further down the street the clown got out and started chasing some women, so I guess they accomplished their goal. My friend did this because he's a tortured soul. He's currently unable to hang out until after 2 p.m. today because he's at a safety training for a haunted house that he's worked at the past couple of years. They must be ready to start back up for the season. It started as a dare. Then we became a group of 5 that would just roam around town from 2 to 6 a.m. since we worked and got off late. The town's police knew it was us and would joke around saying one day they might shoot us by accident. We stopped the day after. I wanted to get shot. I'm realizing just how fucking wild 2016 was. My fraternity brother Tucker did. He was trying to become an influencer and used the frat to make content. He thought it was okay because he saw that as doing work. He also grew up with 4 brothers who were always messing with each other. Other than that, there wasn't much else to it. In the end, it amounted to nothing, because the fraternity's regional director made him delete everything. I tried to advertise my local circus, but instead I advertised getting shot in the end. Made no profit. Not related to this, but interestingly enough, 2016 would have been the year Pennywise came back. My neighborhood had 3 idiots dress up as clowns and try to scare anyone. First one got one ass cheek ripped by a dog. He almost bled to death. Second got shot and is thankfully alive, though police had to put the shooting as self-defense. Third was beaten up by the neighborhood men as they thought he was a robber. I think for some dumb reason I thought it would be funny to play into the meme. I'm a circus performer, but I remember it pissing off the majority of my performer friends because it legitimized the study they have done to be where they are. I had made a sweet tooth costume from scratch and I wasn't about to just throw it away. I had put way too much work into it. Edit, created an Imager account and share the photo. I always thought with this clown shit, in the UK, it was simply a matter of time before some young twat jumped out in front of a couple, like a scaffolder in his 40s or something, and scared his wife. Then absolute carnage would ensue, and the clown screaming made it was just for my Insta, whilst he got the living shit beat out of him. And that's pretty much why it stopped, lol. Me and my friends tried to because we lived in a small town and nothing interesting happened there. But turns out a group of 13-year-old girls running around with shitty white face paint, all black clothes and red wigs we got for $1 isn't very scary. All that happened is we got grounded. I dressed up as a creepy clown for Halloween, and a bunch of drunk frat guys drove past me, slammed their brakes, and threatened to beat the shit out me. I've never been more scared in my life. The costume for anyone interested. https://imager.com/a/wvhnTx8. Edit. Well, this blew up more than expected. Here are some more pictures of the clown and some other costumes I've made. https://imager.com/a/hdx3lee. And a video of the clown. https://streamable.com/sbtvw. I remember when this was happening. Facebook posts came out about someone dressed as a clown on my road. I lived on a kinda secluded road, so the rednecks in the area wanted to go hunting. I'm assuming because they were such big strong men to hunt down a supposed child prankster. Well, it turns out the clown was a mentally ill man that ran off in the woods and had been missing for like 3 days. And to make matters worse, the caretaker for the man never made a missing persons report for the man. I didn't dress up as one, but was a cop in a city that had this happen a few times a week. Between responding to creepy clown calls, multiple stabbings, assaults, attempted murder accusations with the clowns as the victim, and the Pokemon Go trespassers, prowlers, it was a really weird and uncomfortable 6 months or so. About this time of year, nearly Halloween but not too spooky yet, was homecoming for the local high school. I was at my boyfriend's house and his younger sister had a bunch of people over after the dance. They were all hanging out upstairs. I knew they were the type to scare easy, so I hatched a plan. I did some shopping at Walmart, picked up a purge mask and some face paint, along with the classic rainbow puffy hair clowns have. I painted the mask to look like a clown, donned the wig, and just used a black hoodie. With help from his parents, I acquired a ladder and crawled up onto the porch roof, just outside her window, and banged on the siding while leaning to the window. Poor friend was the first to see me. Let out a shrieking clown, and basically it was around 7 girls that sounded like they were getting murdered. I took off the mask when one came at the window with a hammer, and they have not trusted me since. Doesn't help that after the first IT remake, I put a red balloon in her room this year. Not me, but 2 people dressed up as clowns, and in our art room we have these large windows. And the 2 people dressed up as clowns jumped up at the windows, and the school actually went on lockdown. The 2 clowns got arrested 15 minutes after. Thanks for watching a Reddit and Read video. Make sure to like and subscribe for new content.